Hi everyone, it's Happymailqueen. Today I thought we'd create a project together, and this will be a tutorial on how to create a book box. My BFF Erica had recently gifted me some birthday goodies, and she had created a couple of these book boxes in 2 different sizes. And then she also gave me a set of dies. And then I was also searching on YouTube how to, how people are creating their little book box, and I came across several videos, but I ended up creating one that is like the one Lori Whitlock created 4 years ago, and she has this on her channel, and she called it the Hidden Compartment Book Box. She used an SVG file. I believe she does have a file that you can purchase, a cut file, and you can use this. I would recommend it actually if you have an electronic cutting machine like a Cricut or a Silhouette. But if you don't, I'm going to show you how I did it, because I don't have her SVG file, and I also I designed my book box to fit a frame that I have that my BFF gave me recently, and it's this this set right here that she gave me, and I really liked the frame. I like that it's stitched, and it was the perfect size as well. It has a 1/4 inch border all around, and it measures 4 inches by 5 1/8, and so I think a little bit over 5 1/8. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. You're going to need some glue to put this together. So I would recommend either art glitter glue or Fabri-Tac, even your Nuvo drops, something that dries fairly quickly. So I think I'm going to use the art glitter glue today. You're also going to need a scoreboard and your trimming tool, your paper trimmer. You're going to need just a little bit of tape. So I'm using a 1/4 inch red line tape, a couple of magnets. I get my magnets on Amazon, and that's the size of it right there. Okay. You're gonna need some scissors. You're gonna also need an emery board, and I'll show you why in a little bit. You're gonna need a corner punch, and we're only gonna use the 1/2 inch. So this is my crocodile, and then a bone folder and your scoring board to do your scoring. And I hope that's everything that I hope I mentioned all the tools that you're going to need. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start off with a 12 by 12 cardstock of your choice for the cover, and a coordinating cardstock as well for the spine. So this is the cover, and then the green is going to be my spine, also the frame, and also the inner liner of the box. You're also going to need a thicker cardstock, like 110-pound cardstock for the cover, as part of the cover, and then 2 strips for the top and bottom panels, and then a large piece to make the box. So we're going to start off with this piece right here at 6.5 by 7 5/8, and then you're going to take your scoring board and score at 1/4 and 1 1/4 inch at all sides. Then one of the panels in the long side, you want to go ahead and do some scoring, and you want to score 1/8 of an inch on your scoreboard to create the grooves that will make it look like you have a book. Okay, so the book pages rather. So as you can see here, it's just that one of the long 1-inch panels. And then you're going to go ahead and cut on the shorter end here, creating a tiny flap. Okay, so go ahead and do that on the opposite side. And then when you get to the longer side here, you're gonna need to cut beyond the score mark because you want to create a 1/4 inch flap, as you can see here that I'm doing. And you're just gonna miter all the corners. I hope that made sense. And then you're gonna go ahead and do that in the opposite end where all those score lines are. Create a little flap. So you're not going to cut at the score line, but you're going to cut a 1/4 inch beyond that score line. So this is how it should look like. Okay, now we're going to assemble our box, and we're going to go ahead and put glue on the small flaps that we created. And go ahead and just start off with just the small flaps right now to create our box. Go ahead and do that all around until you have everything adhered, and make sure that the glue is staying on there and then that you're shaping it like a box. And then you're going to have this 1/4 inch lip here at the end, and I've already mitered that little remember I only mitered that shorter panel so that you just glue the mitered corner over the straight corner. I hope that made sense, but it doesn't really matter because our next step here, we're going to cover that lip with the frame. And I went ahead and cut the frame twice, one with the coordinating paper and then one with a 110-pound cardstock to make it nice and sturdy. And you're going to see here that it doesn't completely fit because once you make the box, it gets a little bit bigger. So just make sure that the section where there are, you know, those grooves that you made to make it look like a book, that section should be the nice section, okay? And don't worry about the other area there to the left, or the top now, that didn't get fully covered because you're going to glue something over that anyway. Now I'm just rounding one of the end of the strip here, the strip that's measuring 1 by 4.5 inches. As you can see here, I'm using the emery board or filing nail file to round that corner until I'm satisfied with how that looks. And so as you can see here, I chomped both corners on one side, and then I'm smoothing it out with this emery board. So I hope that made sense. You just want this dome section here on just one of the ends. And then just to make it look like a book again, I'm going to go ahead and score 1/8 inch, and I'm making it look like a book. So I do that on both ends, both strips rather. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue. And that rounded area, make sure that falls on area where the spine is going to be at. Okay, because just make sure you glue it on the right side. So now we're going to take our pattern paper that measures 5 7/8 by 10.5. You're then going to score this 1/4 inch on all 4 sides. Once you're done, then you are going to go ahead and fold your score lines and burnish it with your bone folder. So do that on all 4 sides. Then we're going to go ahead and miter the corners, and I found that this is the best way to do it so it lines up properly. So while it's folded over, go ahead and miter the corner and then just cut the other side straight. I'm going to repeat the process here. It's folded, you're going to cut and then cut that little piece that's sticking out. And do this, repeat this for all 4 sides. And then here is our liner for the inside. But before you stick that on, you want to make sure you put your magnet. And so I'm taking a piece of red line tape, and then where it's folded, I'm just going to center it, but just below that fold or the edge when it's folded, that's where I'm putting my magnet. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the inner liner, the inner page, I guess you can say. And so that way my magnet is hidden. But then I forgot, I forgot to put that stiff board so that it's going to be nice and stiff for my cover. So I went ahead and added that inside the liner. And now I can go ahead and fold things. So I'm gluing the flaps that I created here, and you're going to start by gluing the both long sides first, as you can see here, because these are the ones that have the straight corner edge, and then the top is the ones that are mitered. So make sure you do this in that order so you have that nice, I don't know, it just has a nicer look with the mitered edge. Then you're going to kind of just train your paper to kind of roll over, right? Like I'm doing here, I'm making sure that the edges are, you know, are lining up, and that my magnet is going to fall on the right spot on the book, on the box, because I still have to adhere the other magnet. So here I'm just taking my time and making sure that, you know, everything is going to fit in the right place, and, you know, they're going to be even. The border around that box is going to be pretty even. And once, you know, you figure out where that magnet is going to fall, then I will go ahead and put glue on the bottom of the box and glue that down. Then I'm going to take my bone folder and make sure that that box is really glued down securely. Okay, then once that's down, I went ahead and switched my glue because I wanted to make sure I used the Fabri-Tac for this next section here that I'm going to glue, which is the edge of that frame, you know, the bad the bad edge. So I'm just trying to glue that down and make sure that that's really down. So you can put something heavy if you want and let that dry, because just keep in mind you're going to be opening this book, and you want to make sure that that part is really glued down. Okay, and then once it's dry, then I'm going to put the other magnet, and I'm just making sure that I'm centering it, and I'm just putting it under the lip of the box there. So right underneath that frame. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. And that way it's hidden. And then this is just the spine, the outside spine for the book. And I'm just gluing it down, and I'm adhering it, but it looks like it's a little bit long. I don't know what happened to my measurement here, but I did cut it down to about 1/4 inch. So the spine should measure 3.5 inch by 5 3/8 of an inch. And as you can see, I'm just making sure that's nice and adhered and making sure my glue is keeping it, you know, the paper nice and adhered down. I had to add a little bit more glue here, and using my bone folder to just flatten that, making sure that it's gripping the paper, and just taking away some excess glue. And I guess I didn't glue that liner, so there you go. Sorry. This is the liner again that measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/16. And then I'm just gluing that inner box liner inside. So I'm just using my bone folder here just to make sure everything is nice and flat. And that's it, you guys. Everything worked out pretty nicely. And I'm just making sure that it stays nice and flat. Sometimes the cover doesn't want to stay flat, and so you can always put something heavy on top of it. And here I'm just measuring it, just trying to figure out why that spine was a little bit long, but I think I did adjust the measurement and I gave you guys the right one. So there it is. I hope you guys liked my little book box tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions and I'll try to answer them. I made 3 of them here, so I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching.